We had a problem. We were looking to start a small farm, but realized just how much time that would take. And we just didn't have that time in our busy schedules. So we asked ourselves, what's better than growing food for other people? Helping other people grow their own food. And that's when we had our idea, starting a nursery. It all started with seeds. A lot of seeds. So we had big collections, both of us did, and we were asking ourselves, how can we use these seeds? These are just sitting here. There's no way we're going to garden with all of these. And we decided we're going to start a nursery. We're going to help other people grow their own food. It would take less time than a small farm. And we could still live out our passion of growing plants for other people. And so we really sat down, looked at the numbers, looked at how much time it would take, and decided it was for us. So we got started with construction. In my business partner Josh's basement, we built little stands. You can see them here. They look a little dingy, but it got the job done. It's getting the job done, and we're able to grow plants on these. We bought trays from Johnny Selected Seeds, and these trays were for soil blocks. We decided soil blocks were probably the best move just because they give us more flexibility and they create healthier starts for customers. And so we decided to go with that. We bought 2 soil blockers, a 3/4 inch blocker and a 2-inch blocker. And the reason we had a 2-block system is so that we can start in the 3/4 inch blocks and really see what seeds germinate. We don't have to take up a lot of space with seeds that just won't sprout. And then we're moving these 3/4 inch blocks into 2-inch blocks. And then eventually those 2-inch blocks will be moved into market pots for the customer. Some seeds are started just in the pot that's going out to market, but most seeds are started in these 3/4 inch blocks. And this system allows us to maximize the small space we have. Now we're doing this all indoors, so I'm sure someone's going to ask about the lights. And for the lights, we just found shop lights that fit the specifications for growing plants. And they were fairly inexpensive compared to some of the other options out there. We spent about $140 on 24 lights that we linked together into these little chains. And these produce plenty of light for our plants. If you want to know more about how we set up our lights, just let us know and we'll make a video about it. The stands themselves were really simple. We used cinder blocks to prop up cow panel. And this allowed us to have well-draining tables that would not degrade over time, really. And it works great for holding our trays. Now, we are looking to get a better setup than these cow panel trays, but for now, this is just what we have to work with. We realize that starting small and looking a little dingy is worth it if we can grow bigger and look nice moving forward. We'd rather invest that money that we save from making cheaper panels into stuff for the customers, better soil, better marketing, better displays. That's all things that will benefit the customer. And that's something we really value. An example of this is pamphlets we made. We used Canva, which is a graphic design software, and we made these pamphlets that allow customers to kind of get an idea of how to grow the plants we sell. And these will go with customers whenever they make a purchase. We'll give one out for free. And just going that extra step, we're hoping really sends a message to the customer that we care about what we're doing and we want the customer to have a good experience in growing their own food. In terms of business planning, the nursery was also much simpler than the small farm. Right now, we're using business plan templates just to get some idea of how to do a business plan. And we're also looking to form an LLC right now. The process is super simple, super easy to do, and we're not having many troubles with it. Now, we know that most of our sales are going to come in the months of kind of late April, May, and June. So those are going to be our big sale months, and past that, we predict that our sales will drop quite a bit. So our plan is to make indoor houseplants as well. Maybe not aesthetic houseplants, but edible houseplants. So like you can have herbs at your windowsill, that kind of thing, microgreens, little kits that people can grow indoors and have indoor gardens. In addition to vegetable starts, we believe that we should better our environment too. So we're selling flower starts, and we're really pushing the idea of pollinator gardens. We're doing this by growing plants that are good for pollinators and really educating people on what they should plant in their pollinator garden and how good garden design can go a long way in bettering your local ecology. Now, we have not had a market yet, and we are still learning just as any new business does. With proper marketing and growing techniques, we hope to find a great market in which we can sell our product through. We have tossed around the idea of doing an online store, as well as in-person markets, or even a car delivery service. We don't know what method will work best for us, but that's part of the fun, trying new things, experimenting with different marketing, and seeing what works for us in our area. Anyways, that's kind of the overview of why we're switching from a farm to a nursery, and what we're doing to really get this nursery off the ground. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your support. We couldn't do this without you.